back, you laughing. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hands up! Wait! 56 at the mic. Hey, here I come.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't. Get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They go. For it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
At the 43-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
3 down. Switch.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion, went just shy of the marker. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. 27 yards there, a 1st down. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the...
Here you go, 10.
56 to Muck, boy.
Here you go, 3, 68.
I got one. Shift. Go.
Here's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, Alpha.
29. Watch the pass. 29 is the Mike. Mike, 29. Switch up.
Regular.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
29 is the Mike.
2 by 2. Move. 2 by 2. Move. Hey, 2.
29 is the Mike. Mike, 29. You can't block me.
Here you go. 93, 52.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And able to find Green. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Bengals.
368.
Check 13. Hey, watch this.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Ladies.
Right there. 56. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Hands up.
Mark 56. Rip left, rip left.
Hey, go, 368.
56 to Mark, boys. 56. Check 56. I got it.
Dalton here from the gun. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Jordan Evans on the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Evans just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Third and long for Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Bengals take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check 43.
34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a first down carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
56. Mike's 56. In your face.
And now to the air, Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
368. Bravo.
Mike 29.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Fight this. Hey, exit.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Here we go, Ken.
Here we go. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Here we go. 29 is Mike. Mike.
Bud.
Stop here, D. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Quit talking about it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand. Jannard Avery, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter Kevin Huber to punt it away. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Able to push his way through. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
4 down. Check.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, fellas.
coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Nick Vigil coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On 1st down, Mixon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
56, Mike, 56. Are you getting the head? Are you getting the head? 56, Mike, 56.
Andy Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. He's got Green. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here you go. 368.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Hey, orbit.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come on. Come on, D. Mike 50.
Regular.
Hey. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
56 to Mike. 56 is Mike.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Joker.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You go tight.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Up. Hey, Charlie. Hurry.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Run. Go.
Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Mayfield now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Hurry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Flushed out right. And he'll find a man. That's Landry. And he gets the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Kill. Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Here you go, kill.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there, first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Move.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Don't get nervous. Mike 56. Mike 56. 3 bud. 56.
2 by 2. Move.
56. Come off the ball. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's play fake. Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life.
Nice.
Check 3.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, Cam.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 yards there and a first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Two draw quarters.
Take 4, take 4.
Yeah, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Another try for Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Bullock's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield looks to throw. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey, high 7.
Mayfield with it once more. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Mayfield now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Let's go.
From midfield here, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Oh, passing it. Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On third down, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Hurry! Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On second down, Mayfield again. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra. Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over. They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
56, Mike, 56.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for John Ross that time. But it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch this.
Mike's 56.
Get that quarterback deep.
So now Dalton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Check safety.
Heavy. Undercut. Here you go. Can.
Big spot. Andy Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 55 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're